Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone having a blessed day, staying warm. This your brother Jelando Bless coming with a quick message. Your dignity exposes their lack of it. Your dignity exposes their lack of it. You know, one thing about life, you know, you're gonna have some people that you get along with, you're gonna have some that you don't. You're gonna have friends, and then you're gonna have people that don't care for you, or vice versa. You might feel like that about them. But just because you're not in agreement with certain individuals, you know, you don't got to be negative. You ain't got to go at them. The best thing you probably want to do is protect your peace. Why be messy? You know, that type of stuff don't do nothing but derail you from the stuff that you're trying to do out here. And you better be careful with throwing coals into a fire, because I've seen in many situations where two sides were choosing to be negative toward one another and they just wouldn't stop. And the ultimate lesson was detrimental for some people. Some people, ended up, not around no more. So, you know, ultimately, everybody loses in a situation like that. If there's no real need for conflict or no real need to be retaliating or going at nobody, probably something that you might not want to entertain. But for those of us out here who protect their peace, have love for people that you're not in agreement with, but just, you love them from a long, long distance. It's not that we hate people. It's not that at all. It's just you have to love people from a distance, man. You know, I don't want to be out here making irrational decisions, and I'm hoping I'm not putting myself in a position where somebody want to make an irrational decision with me. The more you by yourself, and the more you away from looking for validation from others, and just standing around folks trying to impress them, it's gonna knock down a whole lot of levels of mess that you probably could be in if you chose to move the opposite way. You know, we grown out here, man. Folks got stuff to do. Positive stuff. Got goals out here trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? So, if you saying that you standing on that and that's what you're really about, you really don't have time for that. You know, you doing right, you following the Most High, your time is prioritized anyway. You know what I mean? Because Most High don't deal with sloppiness; He deals with order. So you already got stuff to do. You know, so I know I definitely have stuff to do. So I can honestly speak, for myself on that. But all the spreading rumors, the gaslighting, straight up dishonest honesty, being petty and childish, back and forth, like I said before, tossing coals in the fire for what? It's a waste of time and energy. I value my time and energy. A lot of people say that they value their time and energy, but it's in your actions at the end of the day. You can talk it, but what you do is what's going to be perceived. So, you know, it's really pretty simple, man. You either gonna entertain negativity or you're not. So, it's best to show integrity and morals. Show the dignity about yourself. Show how you feel about yourself, the self-love, the self-respect. You feel me? So when you got people that's doing the opposite of that, trying to bring you down, that exposes their lack of it. You know, better decisions and better choices is what separates individuals out here, because the Most High has blessed us all with free will. So people that's out here making bad decisions can choose to stop and turn themselves around and make better decisions for themselves and make good and positive decisions. It's just a choice. We all have free will. So, that was something I just wanted to get out here today to my people. Let y'all know, what I'm saying? You don't got to stoop to people's levels. Stay elevated, stay up. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive and continue to display integrity and morals and dignity. And it will always expose the lack that others show when they choose to go the opposite way and want to be negative and waste energy trying to bring other people down. I hope y'all have a blessed one out there. Keep the Most High first, and may no hurt, harm, or danger come your way. One love, peace, and respect.